Hello, my name is Kennedy Covington, and I'm applying for the Moroccanoil Courage to Dream Scholarship. One hardship that I've had in my life is when I was back in high school from 9th to 10th grade. I had a tragic death in my family of my grandmother, and 9th grade and 10th grade was a very, very, very tough year or 2 years for myself and my family. My grandmother, she had colon cancer when I was in 9th grade. That was a very difficult task or journey for myself and my family, but speaking on myself, my grandmother, she was my world. My grandmother, she was my heart. She was everything to me. She was me in a sense. But my grandmother, she raised me and my brother. Of course, my mom was there, but we would always live with my grandmother because my mom is like the baby of her children. And my grandmother, she didn't want my mom being off by herself. I don't know. That was something between them. They had a very close, tight bond with each other. So I respected that my grandmother didn't want my mom being on her own. Not so much being on her own, but just being so far away since she's her baby girl, you know. But back to the story. My grandmother, she had colon cancer. She would go and get chemotherapy about 2 to 3 times a week for like 6 months, honestly, six months. I think 3 to 6 months she had did chemotherapy. My grandmother, she was very sick. She did not like chemotherapy at all. But she beat it though. She beat the colon cancer. All praises to the Most High. She beat the colon cancer, and that was it. My grandmother, she was a perfectly healthy, I'm gonna call her young, but she was an older, younger woman. She's melanated like I am. She's always been to the doctor, always gonna get checkups. She's just was a perfectly healthy woman. Taking her vitamins. Yes, she had diabetes, but it wasn't like a major thing with her. She had control over it. And come down to my 10th grade year, I'm still in high school, still dealing with everything else of what high schoolers deal with. But I was myself and my family, myself. We was on the front line of everything. We was on the front line of everything. So I had to grow up kind of fast, but not like in a disrespectful way or in a grown-up place, but everything was just so front line with my family. Everything was just so front line. So myself and my brother, he's 25 years old now. We was on the front line helping with my mom, and it was just only my mom and her other siblings. They didn't live here in Alabama or Birmingham. They live elsewhere, and it was a very difficult task for my mom because she was working, helping also with my grandfather, which he has passed as well. But with my grandmother, I'm speaking on my grandmother specifically because that was like a very tragic, unexpected, thought it would turn around type of thing. So my grandmother, she went to the hospital to get a checkup. She went, and the doctor, I'm thinking it was a new doctor. He really didn't know his patients like that, although he's supposed to go by his book, but I don't know what was going on with that. But he gave her some medicine that did not could coincide with her current medicine. And so the ending results of that was poison got into her bloodstreams. So it was a very difficult and unexpected thing to happen with my grandmother. She did not expect that. We did not expect that at all. And it was just like, what is going on? Like, how did he not know that this medicine does not go inside with her current medicine? But all in all, my grandmother, she had to be rushed to the hospital one day. I was at school. I was a volleyball manager of the high school volleyball team at the time, and we was at practice at the time. My grandmother was in the process of being rushed. My mom, she called me. She was like, your grandmother, she had to be rushed to the hospital. And I'm like, why? What is going on? Because that morning, she perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. I don't know what had went wrong from that from 8, just say 8 a.m. to 3, because school ended at 3 and practice until 5. So from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., I don't know what happened. I'm at school. And so my mom, she was like, your grandma had to be rushed to the hospital. We're trying to see what's going on. What is the problem? And so when I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to get to my grandmother. But at the time, I'm in 10th grade. I'm not driving. My friend's not driving. And so I was just like, I have to just wait and be patient for my mom to get here. So I'm just waiting, being patient. I'm talking to my friends. They trying to calm me down. And my heart is just really racing right now. They trying to calm me down and just say well, at the time they were saying everything's gonna be okay, but we all young. They just had providing words of encouragement, which I thank them for. And long story short, my grandmother, she had to be on a ventilator trying to pump her blood out to clean her blood and pump it back into her so her blood can, but no, they did everything that they could do in their powers. My grandmother, she had a great doctor. My grandmother and her doctor had a very good rapport with each other. If anything, my grandma, every time she would feel like she not feeling well, just on a regular day, she would call her doctor and be like, I'm not feeling well. Just having a good relationship with each other. And that was good. Her doctor was there the entire process, the entire time when he found out what was really going on. But yes, I tried not to cry, but I got a little teared up, but it's okay. But yes, on to having the courage to dream. So having the courage to dream means to represent your confidence and willingness to tackle your problems head on. Some challenges may be difficult or scary than others, but you have to have the mindset that you will get through any situation or problem that life throws at you. Courage gives you the self-reliance you require to dream. And actually not just to only dream, but to put forth your steps and act on your dreams. I love this saying by Walt Disney: all our dreams can become true if we have the courage to pursue them. Thank you.